Welcome, traveler. Take a deep breath and exhale the weight of the day. Wherever you are, whatever you have carried into this moment, you may now set it down. Tonight, we will journey together, not through urgency, not through time, but through stillness, through memory, through silence. Let us leave behind the world of glowing screens and mechanical hearts and step into a place where time slows, where the sky glows with the amber hush of dusk, and the ancient rhythm of earth, wind, and fire cradles us into rest. Close your eyes, if you wish, or let them linger on the scene before you. A simple land, untouched by noise. A place that once was, and always will be, in the quiet corners of our memory. We begin at the edge of a narrow inlet, nestled among low-lying hills covered in soft moss and thick stands of pine. This is the north, the far north of the 9th century, in the age of iron, fire, and stories carried by sea wind. This is a Viking village, not a land of raiders or warriors tonight, but of peace, of home, of sleep. A curl of smoke drifts upward from a long wooden structure, its walls made from split logs, caulked with moss and earth, its roof thatched with straw that dances gently in the breeze. The smoke carries the smell of pine and salted meat. Faint, warm, comforting. You stand at the edge of the village now. A narrow dirt path winds before you, tracing its way between homes. The path is well trodden, but soft. Its edges are worn smooth by the passing of feet bare, booted, hurried, and slow. The sky above is wide, pale blue shading into gold. Clouds float like softened fleece across the heavens. The sun rests low, suspended just above the horizon, casting everything in a warm, honey-colored light. Behind you lies the sea, calm, deep, and watchful. Its waves lap gently at the shore, the steady pulse of a heart too ancient to rush. And ahead, the village. It is not large, perhaps a dozen homes, spaced generously. Each one built with hands and knowledge passed down through generations. Wooden beams etched with simple carvings. Doorways framed with runes for protection and plenty. Windows small, round, shuttered with leather or thin horn panes. There is a quiet industry in the air, the kind of rhythm that comes from repetition and purpose, not pressure. A woman washes a woven basket with seawater and sand. 2 boys carry a bundle of firewood together, whispering and laughing. A dog stretches, yawns, and settles back into a sunbeam. The people here do not hurry. They know the pace of the world. They trust it. And tonight, you are welcome among them. Not as a visitor, not as a stranger, but as one of their own. A soul in need of rest. A body weary from travel. You are guided slowly through the village. Each step met with soft earth beneath your feet. There are gardens simple, neat, and thriving. Thick-leaved cabbages, sprigs of thyme and angelica, rows of beans and beets. The earth is dark and rich, dotted with shells and bits of broken bone, signs of seasons past. You pass the village well, its rim smooth from many hands, its stone lip cool to the touch. A wooden bucket rests beside it, tied with a leather rope. The water within is clear, reflecting the soft sky above, dappled by drifting leaves. Beyond the houses stands a larger hall, longer than the others. Its beams are thicker, weathered, and dark. This is the communal longhouse, where stories are told, where meals are shared, where laughter lingers long after the fire dies. You pause for a moment outside and listen. Within, a low fire crackles steadily. Voices speak not with urgency, but with comfort. Here, words are not hurried. They are savored, passed around like bread and ale. You do not enter yet. There is no need. You are not here to act only to witness, to feel. Let the soft rhythms lull you. Let the wind that brushes your cheek carry away your thoughts. There is no need to plan, no need to remember. only to be here. Now you make your way past the hall, toward the water again. The village stretches along a gentle slope down to the shore. There, longboats rest, not in haste, but in ease. Their dragon-headed prows rise like sentinels against the sky, not fierce, but proud. Each boat is tied loosely to stone posts, bobbing softly with the water's rhythm. Their hulls are dark from age and salt, but lovingly cared for with patches of tar, fresh rope, and hand-woven sails furled tight for the night. Children's laughter drifts down from a nearby hill, where they race small wooden animals through the grass. The sun, now dipping lower, catches the edge of the sea, turning it to burnished gold. You settle near the shore, perhaps upon a flat rock warmed by the sun, perhaps upon a simple wooden bench left by a fisherman long gone. The breeze carries the mingled scent of smoke, brine, and wildflowers. Above, gulls circle lazily, their cries softened by distance. And somewhere deeper in the trees, a raven calls once, then falls silent. You close your eyes again, if you haven't already, and breathe. This is your sanctuary. This is your night to rest. Let the rhythm of this place, its slow heartbeat, its gentle breath flow into you. Let the images settle. The warm thatched roofs, the drifting smoke, the salt-stained ships, the smiling villagers. You are safe, you are welcome, you are home. And as night approaches, we will walk again through the lanes of the village, through the fading light, into the warm hush of twilight. We will listen to the crackling fire. We will hear the lullabies carried on the wind. We will lie beneath the stars of the north, and let the deep, ancient quiet of this place carry us into sleep. But for now, simply rest in this moment. Here, where time moves like water, where the day ends not with noise, but with stillness. Welcome to the village. Welcome to the night. Welcome to peace. The light has changed, and so too has the air. It carries with it the cool scent of evening fresh grass, warmed by the sun, mingled with the salt of the sea and the faint, fragrant smoke of peat fires. You are standing now in the heart of the village. This place is both humble and enduring. It has stood through countless winters, countless midsummers, through storms that swept the coast, and through mornings when mist rolled down from the hills and wrapped every beam and stone in softness. Let your eyes wander. Let your mind drift. There is no rush. There is only this moment and the gentle discovery of this ancient home. The village is built upon a gentle rise of land, above the reach of the tides, yet close enough to hear the waters sigh. To the west, a line of pine trees marks the edge of a quiet forest, a place where mushrooms hide beneath fallen leaves, and deer tread softly beneath the boughs. To the east, the world opens into the fjord, where longboats rest at the shore like great sleeping beasts of oak and rope. The houses are arranged with a deliberate calm. There is no grid, no strict order, only the natural curve of the land and the memory of the hands that built them. Each house is long and low, built from split logs darkened by time and salt air. The roofs are steep and shingled with thick thatch golden brown in the fading light, patched where the storms have pulled. Small round windows are shuttered with horn, leather, or wood, some open, some closed tight to keep the evening chill at bay. The walls breathe quietly, made not for decoration, but for endurance. And yet you will notice the carvings. Not flashy, not grand, but meaningful. Simple spirals, animal shapes, sun wheels, and runes etched into the corners and lintels. Each one tells a quiet story of protection, of harvest, of journeys safely returned. Some of the homes are smokehouses built not to live in, but to preserve the season's catch. You may see fish strung neatly on long poles inside, their silver skins turned dark by smoke and time. The smell is strong, but not unpleasant, sharp, earthy, familiar. Elsewhere, a workshop leans slightly with age. Its door is open, and within you glimpse the evidence of craft spools of flax thread, antler handles in the making, a forge now resting until morning. The heart of the village is not made of stone or fire. It is made of motion, of rhythm. Chickens scurry across the packed earth, scratching gently beneath berry bushes. A goat lifts its head from grazing to blink slowly at the breeze, then returns to chewing. A dog lies curled outside a doorway, one eye half open, ears twitching only slightly. Above all of this, the sky, now painted in the softest blush of pink, purple, and cooling blue. Clouds stretch like linen across the fading light, catching the last embers of the sun's glow. There is no hurry. There is no haste. You walk slowly along the path that winds through this world. It is not a straight line, but a meandering one, just like the stream that gurgles near the edge of the village. You follow it for a time. Its water clear and shallow, flowing over smooth stones, lined with reeds and low flowers. Children come here earlier in the day, you're told, to collect water and float carved boats in the current. The people here, they do not fear the dark. They welcome it. For night brings closeness meals by firelight, songs shared between generations, quiet conversations, and quiet dreams. But for now, the village is still alive in the dimming day. You pass a woman stirring a pot outside her home. The scent of barley, onion, and herbs rises on the breeze. She adds a pinch of salt and hums softly to herself, a tune older than the house she stands before. A man returns from the forest, a bundle of dry branches over his shoulder. His face is calm. He nods to you and continues on, footsteps even and slow. Two children play beside a small cart, dragging a carved wooden wolf through the dirt. They laugh, but not loudly. Even joy here has learned the art of gentleness. You notice a small structure just beyond the houses, a shrine perhaps. It is no taller than a man's waist, made of piled stones, with an antler hung from its peak and small offerings at its base. Feathers, berries, a bit of wool, a single shell. It is not grand, but it is enough. For this place does not need to prove its sacredness. It simply is. Now, the breeze picks up just a little. It carries with it the scent of birch bark and the sea. You feel it against your skin cool, but not cold. A kind of breeze that makes one grateful for firelight and woolen cloaks. You walk past the longhouse again, the largest building in the village. Its door stands open, and from within comes the scent of roasted meat and the low murmur of voices. Inside, a fire pit glows. Benches line the walls. Furs hang for warmth, and carved shields lean against the posts, not for battle, but for memory. This hall has seen births, feasts, storms, and seasons. Its timbers creak with age, but also with life. You pause at the threshold, just for a moment, listening. A woman speaks, her voice soft and measured, telling a tale of how the stars came to be. An elder beside her nods slowly, adding a line here and there in the old tongue. This is not a history lesson. This is a sharing, a remembering. You move on, letting the voices fade behind you. The sun has dipped just below the horizon now, and a blue twilight settles gently over the village. Lanterns begin to glow, one here, one there, their flickering light catching in window glass and along the path. A man lights a torch outside his door. The flame dances in the breeze, but holds steady. Now you reach the edge of the village once more, where forest meets field and the air changes again. You pause beside a fence made from twisted branches, hand-woven and weathered. Beyond, you see small garden plots, tidy and loved. The last light catches on the leaves of kale and broad beans. A pair of ravens calls from a nearby branch, then flutters away silent wings in the deepening dusk. In the distance, someone sings low, melodic, without words. The song rises and falls like the breath of the earth itself. You close your eyes again, if you like, Let the image form in your mind, the layout of the village, the curved path, the low homes, the halls of timber and fire, the water, the forest, the wind. You are held by it. You are part of it. This place asks for nothing from you but presence. You do not need to learn. You do not need to do. You simply need to be. And here, in this ancient village, that is more than enough. So breathe. Let the stillness settle deeper now. Let the village wrap you in its rhythm. Each step you take, each sound you hear, each moment you rest, brings you closer to the edge of night, to the next chapter of this journey when twilight deepens and the village begins to sleep. But for now, just listen, just feel, just rest. This is the setting. This is the beginning. This is peace. Twilight has arrived, not with haste, but with hush, as if the world itself has taken a breath deep, steady, and slow. And in this breath, the light begins to fade. You are standing now where sky and village touch, where the last golden rays brush the rooftops in one final caress before sinking into the embrace of night. The warmth of the day lingers on stone and wood, but the shadows grow long, stretching gently across the paths, the fences, the still gardens. And as the shadows lengthen, so too does the quiet. The animals have begun their evening songs, not loud, not demanding, but soft and rhythmic. A bird chirps once, then twice, its call echoing in the still air, before settling into silence. The goats have been led back to their pen, a wooden enclosure lined with hay, where they nuzzle each other and shift their hooves softly. The chickens have returned to their coop, perching in quiet clusters, their feathers ruffled from a day in the sun. And the dog, who once watched you from the warmth of a doorway, has now curled into a tighter ball, his breath steady, his eyes closed. All around you, the village is preparing for sleep, but not with urgency. With care, with quiet joy. You walk now along a narrower path, its surface dappled with the fading light of dusk. The air has cooled, and with it comes a new scent, the scent of wood smoke, of cooked grain, of herbs crushed beneath the weight of soft footsteps. You pass by a house where a woman is folding a woolen cloak. Her hands move slowly, carefully. She smooths each edge with her palm, then places it by the doorway for her husband's morning journey. She does not speak, but hums softly, a tune that belongs only to this moment, to twilight. You follow the sound of her humming until it fades into the rustling of trees, and then into the hush of twilight once more. A man lights a torch near the longhouse, its flame flaring bright before settling into a gentle amber flicker. The light dances on the wood, revealing carvings of animals and star stories etched in lines and shapes, telling of long voyages and long winters, of the sea, the forest, and the sky. He nods to you as he steps inside, pulling the heavy door gently closed behind him. You turn and walk toward the water's edge, where the longboats lie like sleeping creatures, their hulls rocking gently with the rhythm of the tide. The sun has dipped below the hills now, leaving behind a sky brushed in lavender and rose. The first stars begin to appear, not yet bright, but blinking softly, like lanterns in the far distance. You sit on a smooth stone by the shore and listen. The sea is quieter now, its waves smaller, more rhythmic, as though it too has grown tired. There is a moment here, between day and night, where time seems to pause. The village, the forest, the sky, all hold still, as if waiting for something sacred to pass. You are in that moment now. A child runs past, laughing softly, chased by an older sibling who shushes them gently, smiling all the while. Their feet kick up dust, but even the dust seems to settle more gently in this hour. Nearby, an old man sits beside a wooden pole hung with nets. He checks each knot slowly, running his fingers over the fibers, repairing where needed with calm precision. He does not speak. but offers a glance and a nod, welcoming you without words. And all around you, the light fades further, not with loss, but with invitation. The trees along the edge of the village sway in the evening breeze. Their branches, heavy with summer growth, cast long, reaching shadows across the fields. You hear the gentle creak of wood in the houses, a sound not of strain, but of settling, of a village exhaling. Inside the longhouse, a fire has been lit. Its glow spills out beneath the doorway, pooling like liquid amber across the ground. You step closer. Within, the room is warm-lined with wooden benches, furs draped across the backs of chairs, bowls and ladles neatly stacked. A woman stirs a pot over the fire, steam rising and curling in the torchlight. The scent is rich meat, root vegetables, herbs gathered fresh that morning. She adds a handful of dried berries and smiles, her eyes soft in the firelight. A man plays a lyre in the corner, his fingers gentle upon the strings. The melody is slow, repeating a lullaby not meant to be remembered, only felt. You sit quietly, not as an outsider, but as part of the evening, as part of the hush. A child rests against a mother's side, eyes fluttering closed. An old woman braids thin cords by the fire, her hands moving slowly, purposefully. No one speaks loudly. The voices are soft, almost like wind. The fire crackles. The lyre hums. The soup simmers. And the night deepens. Outside once more, you walk through the quiet lanes. Lanterns flicker in windows. A man hangs cured fish in a net beneath the eaves of his home. A cat winds its way around a post and settles near the fire pit. The sky above is now deep blue, and stars begin to multiply. The air has cooled, but your cloak is warm, and the scent of the earth is grounding. You sit on a bench beside a home, watching the sky. The moon rises slowly low and full, casting silver over rooftops and turning the waves to quicksilver. The village glows now, not with the sun, but with memory, with firelight, with stars, with the quiet presence of those who live slowly, who understand the peace of twilight. The sounds have softened even further. The children are indoors. The goats are asleep. Even the sea is subdued, its voice hushed, its waves shorter, slower. You breathe deeply. You exhale completely. Twilight is nearly gone now, but the feeling it brings of stillness, of calm, of being held, will remain. And soon, as the final sliver of dusk disappears from the sky, the village will settle fully into sleep. But for now, this moment lingers. This is the hour when thoughts grow soft, when memories feel like dreams, when the body asks for rest, not in words, but in rhythm. Let your breathing match the pace of the world around you. Slow, steady, soft. Feel the coolness of the night settle gently over your skin. Feel the warmth of firelight behind shuttered windows. Feel the security of this place, this village, this world that welcomes sleep with open arms. You do not need to leave. You do not need to move. Twilight has brought you here into the fold of a gentle night, where dreams wait just beyond the door. And when we return, the village will be quiet, the sounds deeper, the world asleep. But for now, rest in the hush, rest in the glow, rest in the fall of twilight. Night has come, not suddenly, but in layers folding itself around the village like a heavy woolen cloak. The last colors of twilight have drained from the sky, leaving behind a dome of stars, ancient, flickering, eternal. The moon hangs low and full, casting its silver touch across rooftops and branches, rippling gently on the quiet sea. Everything has changed, and yet everything remains. The village has not fallen silent, but it speaks now in different ways. It no longer moves with footfalls and laughter, but with sighs and soft murmurs, with rhythm, with warmth, with sound. You are here still tucked into the fabric of this world, and all around you, the night begins to sing. The wind is softer now, but still it whispers, slipping through the thatched rooftops, rustling dry grasses, pressing lightly against the wooden walls. It is not a cold wind, but a comforting one, like a lullaby sung without words. And in that hush, you begin to notice the subtle, layered soundscape of night, the crackling of fire deep and steady like the heartbeat of the earth. Logs settle into glowing embers. A hiss here, a pop there. Orange light flickers against wood and stone, reaching out gently into the dark. In one longhouse, a mother sings to her child, low and slow. Her voice hums through the walls, not in words, you know, but in a melody that speaks of safety, of comfort, of dreams. The child's breath grows even. The song softens. And soon, there is only the sound of sleep. Elsewhere, you hear the lap of waves against the hulls of resting boats, a slow, rhythmic shush, like breath drawn from the deep. Each boat sways slightly, its ropes creaking softly, wood brushing against wood as the sea cradles them in its endless tide. Near the coop, the chickens rustle gently, not disturbed, just shifting in their sleep, their feathers brushing straw. A soft cluck now and then, like distant whispers from a dream. A dog sighs in his sleep, twitches once, then stills again. The ground beneath him is warm from the fire pit. His ears flick as if following some silent sound. You hear the soft scrape of wool as a man adjusts his cloak near the doorway, stepping out to look at the stars, then back inside again. A wooden beam creaks, a shutter clicks closed, and the wind swirls gently past. There is a rhythm to these sounds, a harmony. They do not compete. They blend one into the next, forming a lullaby woven not from instruments, but from life. From the edge of the woods, you hear the call of an owl-low, deliberate ancient. It echoes through the trees, bouncing softly between the trunks, before fading into the hush again. Insects chirp beneath the moss, a quiet, steady rhythm like the ticking of time slowed down. The night is not silent. It is alive. But its life is one of calm, of subtlety, of presence. You close your eyes, letting the sounds wash over you. The fire, the lullaby, the owl, the water, the wind. Each one touches a different part of you, body, mind, memory. They do not ask anything of you. They offer themselves freely, without judgment, without demand. And you are welcome here. Let the sound of fire become your center. Let its steady, irregular rhythm mirror your breath. In and out. In and out. Now let the wind join in cool and clean, wrapping gently around your thoughts, carrying them away like leaves. Now the sea steady, timeless, reminding you that everything changes and everything returns. Now the voice is soft, indistinct, the hum of those who have found peace, who sleep without fear. You are lying down now, perhaps in the longhouse on a bed of fur, or perhaps beneath the stars with a cloak wrapped close. You are surrounded by the heartbeat of night, by the breath of the village, by the story of sound. Nothing stirs harshly. Nothing interrupts. The village knows how to rest. It has done so for centuries, beneath auroras and snow, beneath storms and moonlight, beneath stories and silence. And now, it invites you to rest too. You do not need to think. You do not need to remember. You do not need to do. You only need to listen. Even the deepest silence in this place is never empty. It is filled with presence, with patience, with peace. The sound of this night will carry you through dreams of fjords and forests, of wooden ships and distant stars, of woven cloaks and the warmth of firelight. Let your body grow heavier. Let your breath match the sound of waves. Let your heart match the flicker of the flame. Let your mind drift. Like a longboat on a gentle tide, you are safe here. You are surrounded by stories, not spoken, but lived. And the sound of those stories, of that life, of this night, will follow you into sleep. The night has deepened. Its dark veil has unfurled completely, and the last glow of firelight fades gently from the hearths. The village sleeps. There is no more preparation, no more movement, only stillness and breath. Above you, the sky is a dome of stars scattered across the heavens like ancient runes, each one pulsing with a slow, quiet light. The moon hangs low and full, silvering rooftops, casting pale shadows that stretch across the packed earth paths like sleeping ghosts. No one stirs now. No voices remain. Only the sound of night itself, soft, slow, sacred. You lie wrapped in a woolen blanket, a fur beneath you, the ground warmed by the hearth. Your limbs are heavy, but there is no burden, no pressure, only peace. In the nearby longhouse, the last embers still glow in the pitlow, orange light licking at charred wood, casting gentle patterns across timber beams. You hear them settle with faint creaks, as if exhaling the day. There are no candles burning, no torches lit. The flame belongs only to memory, now to warmth stored in the walls and floors and breath. A baby sighs in sleep. A mother shifts slightly, adjusting a fur. An old man murmurs and dreams of fields and sails. Even their sleep is quiet, carried on the rhythm of this place. The sound of the sea remains soft and slow, lapping at the boats in their slumber like a cradle song of the deep. The wind has gentled. No longer gusting, it glides through the thatch and treetops, barely more than a caress. An owl calls once, then twice, and is silent again. Its wings carry it into the blackness, as silent as a shadow. The village, once alive with the motions of day, now holds its breath. Everything is still, and so too are you. You feel the weight of your body soften, melting downward, as if the earth itself is drawing you closer, welcoming you into its warmth. Your eyes are closed, or perhaps they drift, half open, watching nothing, because there is nothing to see, only to feel, only to drift. Let your thoughts slow now, those final flickers of waking mind. Let them float by, like lives on a river. Let them go. There is no more journeying tonight, no more walking, no more wandering. You have arrived. This village, this land of wood and water and wind, has wrapped around you like a lullaby. It holds you, not with arms, but with atmosphere, with silence, with time. You are safe. You are warm. You are still. In the great hall, everyone is sleeping. Fathers, mothers, children, elders breathing together in the deep rhythm of night. Their chests rise and fall. Yours joins them, rising and falling, like waves. It is the breath of people who have lived close to the earth, who have worked by sun and fire, who have loved with quiet strength, and who sleep without fear. Now you sleep among them. There is no difference between you. You are not a visitor now. You are part of this story, woven into the tapestry of this night. The fire has nearly gone out. The sky has grown darker still. Only the moon remains its silver face, peering through the narrow window, painting a pale line across the floor. Even the animals are dreaming. The dog's paws twitch slightly. The goat exhales slowly. The chickens are silent. This is not a dramatic night. No wind howls. No thunder breaks. This is the night after harvest. The night between journeys. The night that waits for nothing. And it invites you completely to join it. Let the last of your awareness dissolve. You do not need to follow these words anymore. Let them fall away like mist. Let the silence rise up to meet you. Feel the warmth of your breath in your chest. Feel the heaviness of your limbs. Feel your body surrender, as though you are slowly sinking into moss, soft, dry, cool. As though the forest floor itself cradles you. There is no direction now. No above, no below, no next, only now. Your mind may drift to flickers of torchlight, to the echo of waves, to the shimmer of stars above the longboats. Let it. Let the images wash over you. Do not hold them. Do not follow them. Just float. Just breathe. Just sleep. You are in the stillest part of night, now when even dreams have softened, when even memory quiets. The world holds no questions here, no decisions, no doubt, only rest. And this rest is yours. You may return to this village whenever you like, to this land where the old ways still live, not in noise, but in hush. Let your breath be the boat, your thoughts the tide, your heart the stars, and your soul a stone resting beneath the still earth. Sink now, sleep now, stay. Good night, traveler of time and silence. Good night, wanderer of ancient paths. Good night, and may the night carry you deep into dream. And now, as the village settles deeper into slumber, as the fires burn low and the last lullabies fade into the wind, another journey begins, not by foot, not across land, but across the water, beyond the edge of the sleeping village, where the fjord stretches out like a dark, glistening ribbon beneath the stars. A small wooden boat rocks quietly by the shore. Tonight, we follow it. We leave behind the hearth, the longhouse, the quiet lanes, and drift into the stillness of the fjord, where ancient waters whisper under moonlight, and the rhythm of the oars carries us gently through a world untouched by time. Let us begin this second story. Let us drift. The night has fallen gently over the fjord. There is no hurry in its arrival, no abrupt descent into darkness. Rather, it has come like a slow tide, creeping between the rocky cliffs and over the water's mirrored skin, until the last of the sunlight has dissolved into moonlight. A silver hush has taken its place. You stand now at the edge of the shore, where the land meets the deep waterway. Before you lies a small, hand-carved boat, no larger than a trader's skiff, its bow worn from years of quiet service. It rests on the water like a leaf, still patient, waiting. The moon hangs low and full, casting its cold light over the fjord. The sky is clear, so clear that every star is reflected on the surface below, as if you stand between two heavens. Your hands are warm against the polished wood of the oar. You ease yourself into the boat. Its planks creak softly beneath your weight, but it welcomes you. This vessel knows these waters. It has traveled them countless times. Tonight, it travels once more with you. You push off from the bank. The boat glides forward, barely making a sound, the shoreline retreating with every slow, measured stroke of the oars. And just like that, you leave the world behind. The village disappears behind a curtain of fog and pine. Its lanterns dim into memory. Its hearths settle into coals. You are no longer on land. You are on the Whispering Fjord. The water carries you with grace. It does not fight. It does not churn. It yields fluid and faithful, guiding you along the ancient path carved between mountain and sea. This is a place older than stories. A route once taken by fishermen and merchants, warriors and monks. A road of water, winding deep into the wilderness, where the land breathes in tall cliffs and the sea speaks in echo. You do not speak. There is no one to speak to. And yet you are not alone. The fjord hums around you, not in song, but in feeling. The water laps gently against the sides of the boat. The oars dip slowly, pulling soft ripples that fan out and vanish. The breeze curls around your face like cool fingers, and the moon, ever steady, watches from above. You breathe in deeply. The air tastes of salt and pine, of stone warmed and cooled, of earth freshly turned by the tide. It fills your lungs not just with breath, but with calm. You begin to row, not to reach a destination, but simply to move with the water. The oars pull silently through the mirrored surface. Your arms move without thought, left, right, left again. Each movement part of a rhythm, older than memory. There is no sound of cities, no glow of torches, No cry of people, only the sigh of the wind and the sigh of the sea, and your own breath keeping time with them both. The boat glides forward. Its bow cuts gently through the fjord like a quill across parchment. Behind you, the village dreams. Ahead, only stars. You drift past high stone walls, where moss-covered cliffs rise up like sleeping giants. Their faces are ancient, etched by rain and frost, softened by time. You can almost see shapes in them. The curl of a bear's back, the outstretched wings of a hawk, the bent knees of an elder in prayer. Above, pine trees cling to ledges, their roots digging into rock like anchors, their limbs waving slowly in the breeze. Farther out, waterfalls pour down like silver threads, catching the moonlight in glittering strands. You hear them from afar, gentle, endless, as if the mountains themselves are weeping softly in sleep. You row slower now. There is no need to go quickly. The fjord is long, and the night is generous. The stars above blink in and out behind drifting clouds. They shine brighter here than on land, as though they feel closer to the water, as though the fjord pulls the sky closer to itself. And in the dark, your eyes adjust. You see more than you thought possible. The sheen of damp stone, the glint of a fish beneath the surface, the faint glimmer of lichen on a branch. Everything is illuminated not by light, but by stillness. You let go of the oars now. Let the boat drift. It rocks slightly, like a cradle. Not enough to disturb you, just enough to remind you of movement, of journey. You sit quietly, your back against the side, your cloak wrapped around you. The wood is warm beneath you, as if it remembers the sun. And in that stillness, you begin to feel it, the gentle pull of sleep. Not sudden, not insistent, just a slow surrender. A letting go. Let yourself rest now. Let the water carry you. You are not steering this journey. The fjord knows where it is going. The current is soft but sure. You need only breathe. You watch the clouds drift above. They move like smoke across the stars. Shapes form and vanish. A wolf, a ship, a tree, a sleeping woman. Your mind drifts with them. Thoughts come and go, but none take root. Each one dissolves into the night. The air grows cooler. You draw your cloak tighter. The wind has quieted even more, as though it too is asleep. And now the only sound that remains is the hush of the water against the hull, the slow, steady rhythm of the fjord's breath. You are part of it now, no longer a traveler. You are the fjord. You are the night. You are the dream. Let yourself drift farther. Let your body grow heavier. Let your thoughts fall away, like stones into deep water. There is no need to hold anything here, no need to remember, no need to decide. Only drift, only rest, only sleep. The fjord carries you onward, between mountains and stars, through memories and silence, into the heart of the night. The boat drifts slowly now, no longer touched by the hands of oars. It moves not by will, but by the soft breath of the fjord itself, as though the water, in its deep wisdom, has chosen the pace for you. You lie nestled within the cradle of the hull, wrapped in your woolen cloak, arms folded beneath your chest, eyes lifting upward toward the wide Nordic sky. You have given yourself to the journey, to the gentle current, to the lull of the stars overhead. They are many, more than you remember seeing from the land. And here, on the open water where no smoke rises from chimneys, no torchlight spills across the stones, no sound intrudes, the stars shine with a brilliance unsoftened by anything but your own breathing. They do not twinkle here. They pulse, each one a slow, ancient heartbeat. Each one has a name. Some you know. Others you feel. There is the North Star steady, quiet, always watching. There are the long serpents that stretch across the sky, their backs lined in light. There are the clusters that form ships, shields, stories. And between them, the deep black sea of sky vast, endless, comforting. You float beneath them, held by the fjord like a child in the arms of a mother, the boat gently rocking, the planks beneath you warmed by memory. The cold air kisses your cheeks, but your body is warm, your heart calm, your thoughts like feathers light, passing, unburdened. You hear a distant splash, perhaps a fish leaping toward a reflected star, or perhaps it is only the fjord speaking in a new tone, reminding you that all things are alive, even in stillness. Somewhere behind you, far beyond the trees and cliffs and fading echo of the village, a wolf howls once, not in hunger, not in warning, but simply because the moon is high and old songs must still be sung. You close your eyes for a moment, and then open them again. And still you drift. There is no need to measure time here. Time stretches and folds in the dark like cloth. It has no beginning, no end, only rhythm. The fjord narrows slightly. Dark cliffs rise higher on either side. Your boat enters a corridor of silent stone walls, worn smooth by rain and frost, lined with moss that glows faintly in the starlight. A breeze whispers down between them, brushing your face, moving a loose strand of hair across your cheek. And always above, the stars remain. They are your lanterns tonight, your only light, your only guide. And yet, you are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be. You begin to imagine stories for the stars, not the ones you've heard, but the ones your heart creates in the hush. There is a woman holding a bowl of water. When she tips it, the waterfall sings. There is a fox curled into the curve of the sky, tail wrapped around the edge of a moon. There is a longship of fire, rowing through the heavens with oars of flame, its crew silent and dreaming. And you are their kin, not by blood, but by wonder. Your boat slides forward, guided by the invisible thread of current. Its movement so smooth, so soundless, that for a moment you are unsure if you're moving at all. Only the changing shape of the cliffs above, the slow rotation of stars overhead, the gentle creak of wood beneath your back remind you. The journey continues. You reach out with one hand, trailing your fingers in the cold water. It greets you with a shock, then a caress. It is not biting, but bracing like the touch of an old friend who needs no words to be known. The surface ripples around your skin. Reflections scatter, then reform, and the fjord flows on. A heron lifts from a stone nearby. Its wings spread wide, casting a shadow across the water that disappears as quickly as it came. It makes no sound. Only its motion remains in your memory, like a dream that lingers long after waking. You sit up slowly in the boat. The air is so still you can hear your own breath, in and out. Every sound here is sacred. The boat creaking, the owl calling again, the stars watching. In the far distance, ahead, you see the faintest glimmer, not firelight, not torchlight, but the pale shimmer of bioluminescent bloom along the edge of the water. Tiny points of light, dancing in silence, echoing the sky above. Your boat approaches them slowly, and for a few long, quiet minutes, you seem to float through a river of stars. Above and below, within and without, there is no longer separation, no longer thought, only sensation, only awe. You let your eyes close again. Let your shoulders relax. Let the rhythm of drifting become the rhythm of dreaming. You are safe here. The water cradles you. The cliffs guard you. The stars lull you. Let your mind float free now. Let it become untethered from the thoughts of before. Let it join the stars above, the fish below, the tide that moves without question. You are not lost. You are not seeking. You are not waiting. You are simply here. And here is enough. You return to lying back, furs gathered beneath you, cloak wrapped close, eyes lifting once more to the sky. You do not need to steer. You do not need to row. You do not need to think. The fjord carries you. and the stars sing softly, in patterns not meant to be understood, only felt. Each breath you take is slower, each muscle looser, each thought quieter. You begin to fade, not disappear, but soften, until you are not the traveler, but the wind, not the boat, but the water, not the one who watches the stars, but the dream that lives inside them. And so you drift beneath the stars, into sleep. The fjord opens slightly now. Its once narrow passage, pressed between steep stone walls, has unfolded into a gentler space, wider, quieter, deeper. You do not notice it at first. There is no sudden shift, only a gradual release, like a sigh given form. The cliffs that loomed on either side have fallen back, as though bowing in deference to stillness. The water reflects more sky now, more stars. It has become a mirror, again smooth and endless, broken only by the gentle ripple of your boat's passage. There is more silence here, but it is not empty. It is full of presence, of watching, of peace. You feel it as you drift, as your boat glides along this wide reach of the fjord. And then, in the distance, soft and small at first, you see the glow of something warm. It is not fire, not a torch. It is a hearth, tucked within the sloped walls of a small house. One of many. A tiny coastal hamlet rests on the curve of the shore, no more than 6 or 7 homes, half covered by earth and nestled in the embrace of a quiet hill. Their rooftops are made of turf, almost indistinguishable from the land itself. Smoke curls from a few chimneys thin, barely there, like ghost breath. A line of carved wooden posts marks the path to the water's edge, and beside them, longboats lie turned upward, pulled from the tide. The houses do not glow with activity. There are no voices, no footfalls, only stillness, only the slow breathing of sleeping homes. You drift past them silently. You are close enough to see the texture of the wood-old pine, worn smooth by decades of wind and salt air. Close enough to glimpse a round shield hanging on a post. Close enough to see a sleeping dog curled beside a wooden doorway, its breath fogging the cold night air in slow, steady rhythm. The people inside are dreaming, of sewing, of sailing, of stories told beside fire. You do not disturb them. You are a shadow on the water, a hush on the tide. You pass unnoticed, and yet somehow you belong. The boat continues on. Another house appears, this one perched on a small rise above the water. A candle glows faintly in its window, its light no stronger than a star, yet steady. Within, a figure stirs in bed, then turns, pulling a fur closer. Their movement is brief. Sleep soon reclaims them. Beyond the hamlet, the shoreline is lined with stones rounded, river-worn, pale in the moonlight. They look like scattered bones, remnants of ancient earth and older waters. A few trees lean near the shore, their limbs still, their leaves gently rustling in response to some unseen breeze. An owl watches you from a crooked branch. Its eyes gleam gold, then blink closed. You pass another small inlet now. This one is narrower, more intimate. You see no houses, only a wooden pier stretching into the water, and beside it, a small shelter, half collapsed, moss climbing up its side. Perhaps a fishing hut, perhaps a place for prayer. There are no names here, only shapes, only silence. A low waterfall trickles down from the hill to your left. Its sound is constant, but soft, like a whisper between the rocks. It joins the fjord without drama, as though it too understands that this night is not meant for splashing or sound. You close your eyes again. The breeze carries new scents now, peat smoke, damp earth, wild thyme. Each breath fills you with stillness. Each breath is longer than the last. You are not tired. You are simply falling into rhythm. The rhythm of the night. The rhythm of rest. The rhythm of the fjord. The houses behind you fade into shadow. Their lights become one with the stars. You are alone again. Not lonely, never lonely. Alone in the way, a stone is alone in a stream. Held, supported, known by its surroundings. You begin to hum softly, without melody. Just a note carried on breath. It echoes faintly across the water, then disappears into the folds of the hills. A response comes not from the land, but from memory. A song you once heard, or imagined, or dreamed. It drifts through you, not in words, but in warmth. You do not need to remember it, only feel it. The sky is higher now. The stars seem farther, dimmer, as if they too are preparing for slumber. And all around you, the shores of the fjord grow darker. Not ominous, just quiet. The boat slows, you let it. There is no need to go farther tonight. The fjord will carry you wherever you're meant to be. You dip your fingers into the water again. It is colder now, but not unfriendly. The kind of cold that brings clarity, that sharpens the edges of dreams. You close your eyes once more, and this time they do not open again. Not right away. You listen. To the water, to the trees, to the low hum of stars overhead, to the silence. And in that silence, you begin to float not in the boat, but in your thoughts. You drift to the edge of sleep, where images are slow and soft, where the line between real and imagined dissolves, where breath is the only anchor. You see yourself walking the shoreline, barefoot, light-footed, passing sleeping homes without a sound. You see a lantern in your hand, though it gives no light. You hear the sea, but not as it is now. You hear it as a mother's voice, telling you a story you once knew, but have since forgotten. And the story has no end. Only water, only wind, only the curve of the fjord and the hush of the shore. The boat drifts on, no longer a vessel, now a cradle, now a dream. Time no longer holds shape. It stretches, folds, evaporates, not disappearing, but softening. Into mist. You do not remember when the boat slowed. Only that now, you float more gently than ever before, not guided by oars, not by current, but by quiet. The world has dimmed around you, not into darkness, but into hush. The stars still glimmer above, but their edges have blurred. They twinkle like candle flames viewed through half-closed eyes, their reflections beneath you as soft as silk ripples on deep water. You are drifting close to the edge of dreaming. You feel it in the weight of your body, which no longer feels separate from the boat, or the water, or the air. You feel it in your breath, slow and long, like the waves between stars. The fjord has narrowed again, not into a corridor, but into intimacy. The cliffs are gone. In their place, tall grasses and reeds that sway slowly in the wind. Their movement is hypnotic, barely there, like a thought beginning to leave. The shorelines curve softly here, embracing the boat on either side. You have entered a dream of the fjord. You pass by a grove of birch trees, silver trunks rising like pillars, their pale bark glowing faintly in the moonlight. A mist hangs low across the ground, gathering around their roots like forgotten memories. Not cold, not wet, just present, just still. Among the trees, you glimpse small lights, not lanterns, not fire, but orbs of pale gold, floating, drifting, vanishing. They are not of this world, but they do not frighten you. They move as you move part of the dream, part of the breath. One floats near the water. For a moment, it hovers just above the surface, and then dissolves into reflection. You watch it without expectation. It does not explain itself. And that is enough. Your boat glides past the grove. The trees part behind you. The lights fade. Now the shoreline changes again. Flat stones rise in tiered steps, a natural terrace, smoothed by time. A single deer stands at the top, bathed in moonlight. It does not move. It does not flee. It simply watches. And you watch it. You do not blink. But when you look again, it is gone. You do not mourn its absence. You are not here to hold things, only to witness, only to pass. You lie back in the boat, feeling it beneath you like the body of a whale ancient, breathing, dreaming. The wood creaks once. The rope at the bow groans gently. The sound is like a lullaby, not sung by voice, but by time. The wind shifts. From the north, it carries a scent lavender, ash, and something sweet, like old mead or crushed berries, or the scent of a memory not yet lived. You remember something now, but not with your mind. Your body remembers. The feeling of wool beneath your fingers, the taste of snow caught on your tongue, the hum of a lullaby heard from a room away. These are not dreams. They are not memories. They are somewhere in between. You see a lantern now. It floats low over the water, but there is no flame inside, only glow. It is not made of wood or glass, but it does not drift far. You pass beneath it, and for a moment, everything glows. Your skin, the boat, the water, even the sky, and then it's gone. Your heart is slower now. Each beat feels like a wave on a still pond ripple. Rest. Ripple, rest. You are aware of your hands, your feet, your breath, but none of them ask anything of you. They simply are. You are carried forward. The boat moves through a channel where reeds part like curtains. The water here is even darker, so still that it seems to hold the sky within it. You are no longer sure if you are above the stars or beneath them. You are no longer sure where the air ends. And the dream begins. You see a house on the shore, tiny, made of stone and sod. No lights burn, no smoke rises. But you know it is not abandoned. You feel the warmth from it, even from here. There is no road to its door, no footprints in the moss. It exists for this moment. It exists for you. You imagine walking its floor. You imagine sitting by its fire. You imagine a heavy woolen blanket, a bowl of broth, a dog curled beside your feet. You imagine sleep. And then you are sleeping. Not fully, not yet, but something inside you has let go. Some string has gone slack. Some door has opened. You do not remember closing your eyes, but you know they are closed. You feel the air on your cheeks. You feel the boat sway slightly. You do not care where you are, because you are everywhere now. In the boat, in the trees, in the house you never entered. The fjord has become dream, and you have become water. Your thoughts are no longer thoughts. They are colors and warmth and breath. You drift, and the world drifts with you. And slowly, the edges of things dissolve. No more shorelines, no more stars. Only softness, only quiet, only sleep. The boat drifts slower now. You don't notice it at first. There is no sudden stilling, no sharp shift. Only a deepening, a quietness settling in like dew over moss. The water remains calm. The stars above still shimmer. But something has changed. The journey is no longer moving forward. It is folding inward. You are being carried back, not in distance, not to a place, but into rest. The fjord, which once stretched wide before you, now feels like a cradle. Smaller, closer, warmer. You feel it in the way the breeze has vanished, in the way your body rests heavier against the wooden hull, in the way your breath has become slower, longer, anchored. You are not tired anymore. You are beyond tired. You are on the edge of sleep, and just beyond it, the stillest water, the quietest night, the deepest tide. You imagine the fjord beneath you, deep, ancient, dark, not with danger, but with peace. Its depth holds not monsters, but memories, not threat, but stillness. And your boat, your body, your breath, they are all welcome there. You are not a stranger in this water. You are its reflection. Somewhere to your left, waves brush the shore. a slow rhythm. In, out, in, out. You match it. Your heart matches it. The world around you has grown dim, not with shadow, but with softness. There is no wind, no sound but the breath of the tide. You close your eyes, though perhaps they were already closed. It is hard to tell now. The stars above are distant, or perhaps you are the one who has drifted far. You feel their presence, not above you, but within you. The way dreams feel when they are not remembered but known. The boat no longer rocks. The water is so smooth, so forgiving, that you do not know where it ends and you begin. You are not floating. You are not sinking. You are held. You do not need to think anymore. The story is ending, but not with words, with rest. Somewhere, far behind you, a village sleeps. Its fires have cooled. Its windows are dark. Its people dream in silence. Somewhere, along the shores, homes rest beneath the hill, watching over you like quiet sentinels. Somewhere, among the cliffs, trees whisper not to wake, but to drift deeper. The fjord has returned you to where you began, but you are no longer the same. You are quieter now, softer, opened. The water has entered your thoughts, washed away the noise. The stars have folded into your chest. The sky has become your breath. You do not need a bed. You are already sleeping, here in the hush, in the return. The boat glides one last time across a sheet of silver water, drawn not by tide, but by the rhythm of your own slowing mind. Its bow touches gently to a stretch of reeds. It does not jolt. It simply stops, like a heartbeat at rest. You do not open your eyes. You do not need to rise. You are home, and home is silence. Somewhere far off, a night bird sings once a single note, then silence again. A ripple forms, then fades, then nothing. And in that nothing sleep, pure, deep, without dream, without thought, without sound, only breath, only stillness, only this. The tide has returned, and you are resting in its arms. Stay here. No need to rise. No need to end. Let your breath continue like the sea, soft and endless. Let your body float into the dark velvet of sleep. Let your thoughts dissolve into the moonlit waters of the north. Let go, drift, disappear, sleep.